What is going on, everyone? It is week 13, the end of week 13, going into week 14. Let's jump right into our review with our Thanksgiving Day games. The Lions did not look good offensively. There was some bad play calling, but they simply beat a team that they should have beat. They had just enough at the end to ensure that they beat the Bears, and they did what they were supposed to do, but they have some things that they need to fix. The Cowboys put it to the Giants. It's really not unexpected. The Cowboys are back to their winning ways, and that's a good thing. They definitely, hey, in the NFC, who knows? If they win a couple more in a row, a couple teams lose some games, they could get back into the mix. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not a let's go them boys, type of guy. But hey, they could still be part of the conversation, and that's a good thing. The Packers looked really good against the Dolphins. The Packers are putting it together. They just got to stay healthy. But we could say that about any team. But Jordan Love looked really good. They're running the ball well. Their young receivers are producing, and that is a great thing for them. The Chiefs get a crappy win. Look, the Chiefs look terrible, and I get it. It's a division game, and those can be hard. Those can be difficult. I totally understand that. But it's the Raiders, right? It's the Raiders. The NFL has to be pissed that they put that game on Black Friday. But we all know why they did, because the Chiefs. I really have nothing else to say about the Chiefs other than I think that they're in trouble. The bye will help them because it looks like they will, or like the odds are that they keep the bye, and their experience in the playoffs. Hollywood Brown is coming back and things like that, but I can't believe in them right now, and I'm a hater. Obviously. The Chargers get a win. Look, for the last 15 years, the Chargers lose games like that. Period. They lose games like that. The only touchdown that was scored was a defensive touchdown, okay, by the Chargers. And the rest that we got were field goals. For the last 15 years, we lose that football game. Period. But the Harbaugh effect has them believing in themselves that they could win defensively. Okay, we did not run the ball well. Herbert did not have big numbers. No one else scored except for our kicker, Dicker the kicker. And the Chargers win. 8-4. I'm taking it all day long. The Steelers proved me wrong yet again. The Bengals have zero defense, and Russell Wilson looked absolutely fantastic, and they won a shootout. They won a shootout on the road. Good for them. We're going to talk more about them when we get to a later game that really, really impacted them in a good way. The Texans, after that terrible hit on Trevor Lawrence, won a football game against the Jaguars, I guess. They didn't look particularly impressive, but they did what they had to do. That hit on Lawrence was awful. He'll probably be suspended. The Cardinals gave a game away. They had multiple opportunities to win, but the Vikings held on, and they got a really, really good win to keep them competitive in that NFC North and atop that wild card in the NFC. Really good win for them. Speaking of good wins, the Colts with a comeback victory with a 2-point conversion from Anthony Richardson to beat the Patriots. And I know the Patriots aren't great or anything like that, but that was an absolutely fantastic win. I think that's good for Anthony Richardson to experience that. I believe that's his first fourth quarter comeback win in the NFL. And that is such a good thing for him as a young player, a player who's been chastised, who's been benched, and who's come back and things like that. But I just think that's a great win for them and a win for him. The Seahawks come back against the Jets. The Jets should have won another football game. Come on, if the Jets won the games they should have won, they'd probably be one of the best teams in the AFC. But they have no killer instinct. They can't put teams away, and it's just rough on them. And they have nothing. They have no one to blame but themselves. And the Seahawks come back and win a football game, and they are leading the NFC West, which is pretty awesome. Because I thought they were dead in the water. I'm not going to lie. I thought they were dead in the water. Commanders beat the Titans. They do what they have to do. Great running performance from Brian Robinson Jr., really good performance from Jaden Daniels, put himself back into the Rookie of the Year conversation. Great win for them at home. keeps them in the conversation for a wild card spot, which is exactly where they want to be. The Buccaneers go on the road and beat a division rival in the Panthers, which now puts them ahead in the NFC South, which is really, really good for them. Baker looked decent. Their running game is so good with Rachaad White and Bucky Irving. Yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. Great running game. It opens up so much for them. They have Mike Evans back. They're clicking. Rams beat the Saints in a much-needed win for them with the Cardinals' loss. It puts them back into that conversation. Their next game with the Seahawks is going to be a big one. Like that's officially a big game because it could determine who wins that division. But the Rams look good enough. Not great, but good enough, and they beat a Saints team that is beat up. But the Saints were game. Man. They come to play. I might not like them because they're dirty, but they came to play faux show. The Eagles proved me wrong yet again. And the unbeatable Ravens have 5 losses. And now the Steelers have a 2-game advantage in the loss column in the AFC North. The Ravens are in trouble, right? They're in trouble in terms of a wild card spot, and they're 2 games outside of their division lead. They are in trouble officially. The Eagles look fantastic. Saquon Barkley is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Come on, man, give him the MVP. I mean, like, I know we still got some weeks to go, man, but he's got to be there in that conversation at the top. The Bills on Sunday Night Football did what they were supposed to do against the 49ers. The 49ers are done. Done. With all that talent on that roster, it seems like that the locker room is not with the coach, at least from the outside looking in. Obviously, I'm not part of the organization or anything like that, but from the outside looking in, it's not looking good. And I think the 49ers have to kind of reevaluate themselves and what they are and what they're supposed to be and how they're supposed to be, because I think they're in big trouble. The Bills, on the other hand, absolutely fantastic. They're leading a weak division for sure, but they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat. Home, road, doesn't matter. They're doing what they're supposed to do. The Broncos and the Browns had a shootout on Monday Night Football. What was it, 41-32? Look, no one saw that coming. If you bet the over, good for you, because that was incredible. And you know what? I owe Bo Nix an apology again. He's at or near the top of the Rookie of the Year list. Absolutely fantastic. Jerry Jeudy put it back to his old team with the Browns. They just didn't have enough at the end. Jameis Winston is just fun to watch play football, right? He's not the Browns' long-term answer at quarterback because the Browns deserve no long-term answer after trading away Baker Mayfield. Yeah, you heard me, Browns fans. Deshaun Watson, no. But man, what a football game, and the Broncos get a win, and they stay in the conversation for an AFC wildcard spot. Pretty awesome. That's week 13, guys. Let me know down in the comments how your team is doing, good, bad, or otherwise, who your favorite team is, and what you expect going forward in this season. I will see you guys with my week 14 predictions. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.